Welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel, and today it is time to predict the Screen Actors Guild Awards winners, at least for film. This is kind of interesting because as I'm recording this, the Oscars will have finished voting either today or tomorrow. So this is kind of tricky because we like to say that SAG has a lot of hype, but like, do they really this year? I think it really only matters if not only are they last, but also if the voters have enough time to see what happened at SAG. Like, that helped the Everything Everywhere All at Once year, but that didn't really help last year with Lily Gladstone, because Lily Gladstone won Best Lead Actress here, but the Oscar ultimately went to Emma Stone. But then again, there were probably a lot of other factors, like Poor Things was more well-liked than Killers of the Flower Moon. So I don't really know what to do here, at least in terms of what we think the Oscars are going to do.
We interrupt this programming to tell you that channel memberships are open. For $2 a month, you can get members-only video content, from reading your comments, special editorials, small awards season updates, and more. Other perks include weekly members-only live streams, exclusive emojis, badges, and even access to my members-only Discord server. You also get your name to appear in my videos as a special thanks for your support. With your help, we can conquer the Oscar space on YouTube and rule over all. Remember, Uncle Chris needs you.
We're going to start with Best Stunt Ensemble, and the nominees are Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune Part 2, The Fall Guy, Gladiator 2, and Wicked. Now, this is really tough because sometimes the Screen Actors Guild Awards, sometimes SAG will go for the film that has like the most stunts, but then other times they'll just give it to their favorite film of the year. You know, for example, like Mad Max Fury Road won this category, and last year Mission Impossible Fallout won this category. But then, you know, both Wonder Woman movies won Best Stunt Ensemble, and Black Panther beat Mission Impossible Fallout. So it's really, really tough. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here. I could say Dune Part 2, but Dune Part 1 didn't even win this category last time. It went to No Time to Die. Now, one could argue, well, what about The Fall Guy? But The Fall Guy is also not nominated for any Oscars. I mean, so that makes it kind of hard to say, really. I know it's going to be weird, but maybe Wicked wins this. Because the funny thing is, it's a little bit of a spoiler, I don't have Wicked winning any other awards. So maybe this will just be like their consolation prize. Like, we can't give Wicked any wins in some of the other categories, but we'll give it stunts. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I feel like this is kind of the best option I have right now. But still, we'll see what happens. For Best Male Actor in a Supporting Role, the nominees are Jonathan Bailey for Wicked, Yura Borisov for Anora, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Guy Pearce is not here, and that's gonna definitely affect my predictions for Best Lead Actor here in a bit, but at this point, I kind of have to go with Kieran Culkin. Like, I thought the industry was going to be like the thing that was going to stand in his way, but so far, nothing has. Nothing has really stood in Kieran Culkin's way so far, despite the fact that his film is not in Best Picture. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Kieran Culkin. If I had to watch out for anybody, I know it's weird, but I keep saying watch out for Yura Borisov, because Anora is doing so well right now. It's doing so well, and yet, you know, there could still be some room for surprises. And if they wanted to give Yura Borisov an award here, they probably could, but we will have to see. Next, we have Female Actor in a Supporting Role, and the nominees are Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, Jamie Lee Curtis for The Last Showgirl, Danielle Deadweiler for The Piano Lesson, Ariana Grande for Wicked, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying maybe Ariana Grande wins this because the SAGs really loved Wicked in terms of nominations, but, however, I really think Zoe Saldana might win this because Emilia Perez, despite the controversies, it's still winning International Feature and it's still winning Supporting Actress. And right now, Zoe Saldana is kind of sweeping right now, and I don't really think I can predict a non-sweep at this point. Like, I think she's just gonna take it. I feel like when it comes to voters, you know, they're not like online like we are. Like, we know there's a lot more controversies with Emilia Perez than just Carla Sofia Gascon. But, however, I feel like they are going to view all the controversies of the film as just being Carla Sofia Gascon. Like, oh, she's already out of the picture. No, Netflix has kind of blacklisted her. So now we can give Zoe Saldana all the awards because she didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, I feel like that's where supporting actress is heading right now. Male actor in a leading role, the nominees are Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Daniel Craig for Queer, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, and Ray Fiennes for Conclave. Now, this is interesting because this is probably where I will deviate from what I'm predicting to win the Oscar, because the SAGs clearly did not like The Brutalist. Like, Adrian Brody is the film's only nomination. No ensemble, no supporting actress, and not even Guy Pearce in supporting actor. So, what does this mean? I feel like this means Timothy Chalamet will win for A Complete Unknown. Then again, if there's anyone to look out for, I would maybe suggest Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, mainly because he does have a lot of critics wins under his belt. And Sing Sing, granted, it should have been a SAG film, but ultimately it wasn't. It didn't even get SAG Ensemble, which is disgusting. Like, Sing Sing clearly has the best ensemble of the year. But I don't know, maybe they want to give Sing Sing something. Maybe they want to give Coleman Domingo something. Because this is like a very, clap your hands, yay kind of film. But again, I'm going to go with Timothy Chalamet because clearly SAG loved A Complete Unknown, a lot. And again, I think Adrian Brody is pretty much locked in to win the Oscar. But right now I'll go with Timothy Chalamet winning for lead actor. For Best Female Actor in a Leading Role, the nominees are Pamela Anderson for The Last Showgirl, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison for Honora, and Demi Moore for The Substance. Now, this is really, really hard. This is really hard now knowing what BAFTA just did. Because Demi Moore, she beat Mikey Madison at both the Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards. And so we thought, okay, Demi Moore's gonna sweep this season. And then out of nowhere, Mikey Madison wins the BAFTA for lead actress. Oh my God, I am concerned. Normally, I wouldn't really be too concerned, but then again, I don't know. But the problem is, Honora is winning Best Picture. That is the problem that Demi Moore in The Substance is facing. Because Honora has so much momentum in the guilds right now. It won PGA, Writers Guild, and even DGA. No one expected Sean Baker to take DGA. That was insane. And even at the BAFTAs, where Honora didn't really perform that well, they still gave Mikey Madison Best Actress. Aside from casting, which isn't an Oscar category yet, Best Actress was literally the only thing Honora won. And if that's how strong Mikey Madison is at BAFTA, she might be very, very strong for the SAG Awards. And the thing is, I know a lot of people are saying, Demi Moore could probably still win SAG because she has the career narrative and whatnot, and SAG loves that. Sure, SAG does love that. However, I think something happened between the Globes and what was supposed to be Critics' Choice and now. Because remember, Critics' Choice was supposed to air back in January. And what does this mean? Well, that means that if the fires hadn't really happened and things went along according to plan, that means Demi Moore would have been winning Golden Globe and Critics' Choice back to back, and then a longer buffer of time between Critics' Choice and BAFTA. And I think between that time, whatever happened in that time, I think Honora just picked up a lot of steam from the industry, and I don't think they're going to let that go. Man, it sucks because I really want Demi Moore to win, and I want her to win the Oscar. She deserves it. And I'm not really a big fan of Honora. And for those of you wondering, because again, I read your comments, I don't like the movie Honora because I think the movie is very unfunny as a comedy, and I find the characters to be very annoying. And yes, there's dramatic moments as well, but it's a comedy first and foremost, and so if I don't like the comedy, I'm not going to end up caring about the drama, because if it's dramedies, like, it's supposed to go well together, all right? I'm not just a blind hater, okay? I just have my own criticisms of the film. I don't have anything morally against it. I'm not like, going to complain about the sex worker thing. Like, no, that's fine. I just don't think it's a very funny comedy, and overall it just makes the film very unengaging. All right? You happy now? But still, I have to recognize where things are going. Honora is having a very good day with the guilds and even the BAFTAs, at least with that lead actress win. And considering the guilds love Honora more than the BAFTAs did, then I feel like Mikey Madison just might take the Oscar. And I think she might just take SAG as well. Again, I don't want this to happen, but, yeah. Even if Demi Moore won here, I would still predict Mikey Madison to win the Oscar, because, again, Honora is just that strong. Unless, let's say, Honora doesn't win SAG Ensemble, which, spoiler alert, we'll talk about that here in a bit. If Honora loses SAG Ensemble and Demi Moore wins lead actress here, all right, then the race is still on. The race is on. But right now, I can't really go against Mikey Madison right now. I feel like Honora is just having way too much fun at the guilds, and I think it's just, the train's just not going to stop. I think the Substance's time is over, sadly. So, yeah. Then we get to Ensemble Cast, in which the nominees are A Complete Unknown, Honora, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. Now, things could go a lot of different ways. For one, A Complete Unknown did very much overperform here, as well as Wicked. I mean, good God. A Complete Unknown got all three actors in SAG, with Timmy, Monica, and Edward Norton, and again, the film getting an ensemble nomination here. And Wicked managed to actually get Jonathan Bailey nominated. Like, that's pretty big. Like, he actually got in for supporting actor. And also Conclave had the Critics' Choice Awards win for Ensemble, but I don't really think that matters much, because it's pretty rare for Critics' Choice and SAG to, like, agree for Ensemble. So I don't think Conclave's winning. But, however, I think the win is going to go to Honora. Again, Honora is just having too much of a big sweep. It is sweeping way too hard. If it won PGA, DGA, and Writers Guild, and the fact that it is nominated for SAG Ensemble, and ultimately that will mean that Honora is unequivocally unstoppable for Best Picture. Because, in case you don't know, there has never been a film that won PGA, DGA, WGA, and SAG, all of those, and didn't win Best Picture at the Oscars. Like, you were locked in to win Best Picture at that point. And so I kind of have to assume it's going to be Honora. Again, I don't want this to happen, but that's just where the season's going. They clearly love Honora, and I feel like that's what's winning SAG Ensemble. And those are my SAG winner predictions. All right, the SAG Awards are coming, I think, next Sunday, or this upcoming Sunday, I should say. But now I'm going to pass the question off to you. What do you think is winning at SAG? What are your SAG predictions? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and be sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, your skin is going to start to sag.